Welcome. I'm sure you've noticed the change of scenery. The house that sits on top of my lab may be under an elevated level of scrutiny right now, so I've moved the filming of this underground just for now. Who knows? Maybe I'll keep it this way. We'll see. At any rate, I haven't quite finished my research on my next big video yet, but I'm trying to upload more consistently as this is something I enjoy doing. So while another video on the technical details of a cryptocurrency protocol is on its way, this is something very different. I have discovered, for myself at least, the key to adoption. The one hurdle that stands between us and our shared goal. The key is, of course, our culture as a movement. That is to say, when everyone wants to be a part of the cultural phenomenon that is cryptocurrency, we win. Now, I'm sure you're jumping out of your chair to remind me about looming regulations, technological restrictions, user interfaces, and the like, but I don't think I need to spend very much time making an argument that those things will sort themselves out in short order if and when our culture goes mainstream. I imagine that to many of you, this sounds like good news, should you choose to entertain the premise. But I'm not so sure. To change a culture, any culture, is no small task. While it's true that healthy cultures tend to maintain themselves quite well, until we get there, it's an uphill push. I know, you're devastated to learn that I don't think our culture is ready for prime time. We'll sit down because I actually think that our culture is somewhat unpleasant in its current state. It's not the movement I got into back in 2017, and even that was a far cry from our ultimate goal. So, what's wrong with our culture? What do we need to change? Well, the answer to that question is going to differ from person to person, but there are some common threads among popular subcultures that we can take cues from, as well as some common sense lessons we can learn. First of all, we're quickly falling into the trap of a nasty celebrity culture. Now look, every movement has its champions. Certain types of people will gain notoriety. That's not the problem. Too often now, we defer to our celebrities. I'll cite an infamous example. We can all name something embarrassing that Roger Ver did or said. He is, usually justifiably, villainized, and Bitcoin Cash along with him. But deep down, we all know that isn't quite right. Bitcoin Cash isn't to blame for Roger Ver's mistakes, the same way everyday Bitcoiners aren't responsible for the illegal activities that you can use Bitcoin for. I propose a challenge that I know some of you can rise to, but I suspect a far greater number can't. Put into words the issues with Bitcoin Cash without talking about Roger or something he did. Make no mistake, I am not defending Bcash. But too many people hate it just because they don't like Roger. That's like not liking Bitcoin because of WannaCry. Cryptocurrencies were made to be non-exclusive. That is, they're for everybody. When we condemn anything because someone we don't like endorses it, that's guilt by association. And it's a route that's antithetical to the ideas that Bitcoin was founded on. We really don't want to do it. Satoshi had the wisdom to speak as little as possible. More and more, I think this is because he knew the dangers that his own celebrity could cause. And I think that had something to do with why he disappeared on us. Maybe we should take the hint. When Satoshi did speak, though, he made it clear that he thought this should be a grassroots movement. Not one devoid of noteworthy figures, but one that's decidedly run by its adherents. That's you, that's me, that's the idiot in the comments section. This is not to say that we can't criticize projects for their faults. Failing to do that would be just as disastrous. But criticize the project, not the user or the mouthpiece. But within our culture, it often goes well beyond criticism, which brings me to my next point. There's a lot of anger in this space. Have you noticed? This movement was meant to be a vehicle to build a better future. A decentralized, uncensorable, all-inclusive future. But often we reduce everything down to our favorite project while stifling and shunning those who are interested in other things. We're all so quick to say that different cryptocurrencies don't compete with one another. Act like it, because they don't. Any two cryptocurrencies that do different things have different use cases. A use case that you find uninteresting isn't bothering you, so leave it. If it's really all that bad, it'll die without your help. Oh, but people might get scammed, right? You're not responsible for what other people get themselves involved in, and no one expects you to be. Most of us believe in free markets, right? Either way, I don't remember electing you as a regulator. Mind your own business. These people's vocabulary speaks volumes of their thought process as well, wielding the label of shitcoin as though it's a cudgel. Want to know what I think? People that shit on everything and label everything as shit are usually full of shit. They're shitheads, and that's all they are. If you must indulge in calling someone out, at least give a halfway decent explanation of why you're doing it. And for God's sake, have some class. It's internet money, but we don't all have to speak as if we're losing a match of Call of Duty. Regardless of what you think the reasons are, I think I've made a pretty decent argument that our culture has become very unpleasant. And we're all responsible for that. In case there's any doubt, I am not just talking about Bitcoiners. I travel to all different corners, and I've seen it everywhere. So remember, there's always someone new watching you. Someone with the potential to be just as crazy about cryptocurrency as you are. Show them how much fun this place can be. Bitcoin was created for a decentralized, uncensorable, all-inclusive future. Don't be the thing you came here to get away from. The number one issue in crypto will be the health of our culture until we achieve mass adoption. That's a fact. While there are several very important issues that we'll address before we get there, it's paramount that we all keep this in mind. For the sake of your wallet, be nice. That wraps this up, whatever it is. My next main video will be the conclusion to the Privacy Coin series, at least for now, about the Mimblewimble protocol and the different coins using it. That is, Grin, Beam, Epic, and Litecoin. If you know of any others, let me know while I'm still doing research. If you're interested in when that video will be available, I invite you to follow me on Twitter, where I've developed a habit of posting weekly updates to my progress on the video. Prepare to be underwhelmed. I may post another quick, small video before the Mimblewimble one is ready, or I may just power through and get it done. Let me know what you want to see. If you enjoyed my thoughts here, leave a like. If you want to see what I post next, subscribe. And I invite you to discuss my thoughts, whether you agree or disagree, in the comments down below. Until next time, be the villain the world needs you to be.